invite Dr. I think I'll invite Dr. Malayendu Saha, Vice Chancellor of Kalyani University, West Bengal.
Good evening, everybody. I'm not the last person. Two persons have been there, and I want to be very, very specific. Actually, I have worked for the University of Calcutta for the last 21 years. And after working there, I have been given the responsibility to act as the Vice Chairman of the West Bengal State Council of Higher Education. And I have recently joined as the Vice Chancellor of one of the universities in West Bengal. It is Kalyani University, which is ranked 43rd in the NIA which has been recently been launched. I am very much privileged to hear a number of eminent speakers. The most important thing is that I am the odd man out. I am from an university which has got some affiliating university which has got 48 colleges, undergraduate colleges. We have got in the university around 34 departments are there, centers are being there, B.Ed colleges are there, around 68 B.Ed colleges are being there. But what my intention is that in the case of the higher education, as I am being associated with the RUSA for the last few years, I have found that the 4 E's are very much common. First of all, the equity, then excellence, expansion, excellence, and employability. Now, if you go for the equity, we have to give, because the most important consideration today that has been asked, that in case of GER, we have been lagging much, much behind. So what is to be done? If you want to go for increasing the number of participation among the students among the people who have been belonging to the 18 to 23 years, in that case we should be very much conscious, and in the circumstances we have to go for giving more and more accommodation from the different parts of the society. So in that case, our state has been doing fantastically well. We have got a 17% of the reservation for the OBC classes, and we are getting more and more students. And we are going for expansion as well. In the case of the expansion, we have got what we are talking about the present the topic, that is public-private partnership. We have got the private universities are being there. We have got government-aided universities are being there. So in that circumstances, we are also going for this excellence and employability. But if I raise the particular question, there is a dichotomy. If you go for the access, and if you go for the equity, and in that case, if you go for the quality, how to manage this? Because the number of speakers who are being here, they are representing some private universities as well as some of the institutions, leading institutions are being there. I think what I have said, I am the odd man out, where an university which is rurally based, and under the university we have got number of affiliated colleges. And as the affiliated colleges are from the rural base, so do you think that we do proper justice to them? And if you do not do justice, because it is the scenario not only in West Bengal, in all the states of our country. So we should look forward how to give more and more accessibility to those privileged students. Because if we talk about ICT, introduction of ICT, my university is doing fantastically well because then Wi-Fi culture has been there. But if you want to go for giving them, because the students used to stay for 7 to 8 hours, but what would happen when they return home? Most of the students are from financially not very strong. They do not have the affordability to purchase computers. They do not have this Wi-Fi connectivity. So if they want to expand their knowledge base, is it possible to restrict themselves with the college, with the university campus of the colleges? So these are the big questions, because if you do not go for these, looking more and more importance of those students, how to go for more and more accessibility and better GER for the country. Another thing that is very, very important with the private universities, you can be able to restrict your students in respect to the attendance. But what would happen? It is also a very big question. What would happen? You cannot be able to regulate your students. You cannot be able to regulate your teachers as well. I am sorry to say, although I have been associated with the higher education for the number of years, but I find that for the teachers, we are also guilty. We are also that we are not have that ability, I am sorry to say, that may not be in sometimes, we are not very good enough to go for restricting our students within these four walls. So how to go for changing the mindset? That is also very, very important. One of the speakers are talking about university. University, it should not be there restricted for only teaching, but an university is known for the high quality of research that is been going on. But most of the teachers, because I have heard about ICFI University or person concerned there, they are giving the financial benefit. It has also been applicable to the IIM Calcutta as well. But is it possible for our college, for our university to provide this financial grant to my teachers who are being given the best of the papers in different publications and all that? Although my university is doing their best to give financial assistance to them, but that is also a big question. Because the funding is very, very important. How to go for arranging the funds, how to go for giving the funds to my students. So these are the some of the issues which should be raised, because the number of persons are being there. Because if I've been given the opportunity to speak before the house, full house, I have the opportunity to raise these kinds of situations. Then what would happen? And I also request the organizers to accommodate more and more colleges, more and more universities which have got these affiliating colleges. And what are the situations are being there, and how to accommodate, because the GER is a very, very important issue. If you go for expansion, if you go for taking India in a much higher dimension, because there is difference between the quality of the students. So in that case, I think the next submission, next seminars would be that we have more and more participation of those universities which more affiliating colleges. So I am thankful to organizers for giving me the opportunity to speak something on these various topics. Thank you very much.